Hey guys, I don't know if you can tell that I'm tired, but I am tired. I think it's like more physical exhaustion than anything. Because after walking around a whole bunch the other day, I went to see a movie and was just, looking around at all the stores in the area. I must have walked like at least 3 or 4 miles, I think, the other day, which for me is quite a bit because and it was all within the span of a little area, right? But I just kept walking back and forth to a bunch of different places. So yeah, it was for someone like me who's not necessarily in good shape. It was, it was a challenge, but it was something that I need to get out and walk more anyways. So I did it. And then today we went around to a couple of different other stores, and I might have bitten off more than I could chew at one store because I was standing in there for at least an hour because they had a pretty awesome sale going on. Standing around, walking around in there for at least an hour, and when you've been walking a bunch the day previous to that, it can do some, I won't say damage, but it can make the nerves shoot pain in your feet and in the arcs of your feet and stuff. And that's what was happening to me. So yeah, God, I hate to think what it would be like if I decided to get a job where I worked retail doing nothing but standing. I don't know if I could do it, you guys. I don't know if I could. But anyways, the sale that they were doing was a half price books outlet. And the sale they were doing was everything that you could fit into one of their bags for $30. And so whatever you can fit into the bag, you take it out for $30 kind of thing. I ended up with a bunch of stuff, but I did not manage to fill the bag all the way. And even then, it was just so fucking heavy that I was just like, okay, it's time to go. And even though it's not full as it is now, there were more books that my mom got as well, and she kind of put them in there for herself. But the surprising thing to me was just how big this freaking bag is. It is huge. It is huge. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff, and I wanted to show you guys. Let's just get started, shall we? Because I don't want to take all day. I got like 22 items here. So, yeah. It's time to get going. First off, I picked up a movie that I saw many years ago and didn't think much of then, but have since thought, I need to watch it again. So, why not? One Night at McCools. I believe this is not actually on Blu-ray yet, so might as well pick up the DVD as part of this dealio. If you figure I paid $30 and got 22 items, and then my mom got some books for herself. Essentially, I paid $1 and some change for each of these items. So yes, $1 and some change for One Night at McCools. Next up, let's see what we have. We've got The Village, which I think is on Blu-ray, but I didn't really care. It's been so long since I've seen this, but I remember kind of sort of liking it. At least more than other M. Night Shyamalan movies. I wanted to rewatch it. I wanted to see if it stood up to the test of time, kind of thing. So, pay $1 to revisit it, and who cares if it's on Blu-ray or not? It's it is what it is. Next up, we have Homecoming. This is part of the Masters of Horror collection, but it's apparently a movie by Joe Dante. I do enjoy me some Joe Dante. I'm actually on the lookout for Small Soldiers. I recently watched that again with a friend, and yeah, I really loved it. And Joe Dante is just an awesome director. But yes, the reason that I decided to pick this one up, even though I'm pretty sure it's on Blu-ray too, is part of the Masters of Horror collection series that they have. The reason I decided to pick it up is because it has, artwork specific to the DVDs section. I think it also has some special features on the back here that you can't get on the Blu-ray, and it came with a Joe Dante trading card, which is pretty cool. So I haven't seen it yet, but it looked interesting. It was Joe Dante. It came with the slipcover. I was sold. You know, I was like, you know what? Just put it in the bag. Just put it in the bag. Next up, I picked up the complete Denis Leary, No Cure for Cancer, Lock and Load. It has, let's see, it has the full performances of the award-winning shows, No Cure for Cancer and Lock and Load. It also includes a lot of extras, including the I'm an Asshole music video. That was what clinched it for me. That was what clinched me just throwing it into the bag, you know. Also includes brand new footage of the making of No Cure for Cancer and the video to Love Barge. So yeah, pretty cool, and it was in fairly new condition as well. So I thought, yeah, why not? Why not?
Alright, next up we get
Crash, a movie that many people do not like, but I like, so whatever. I like this movie, but I know that the Blu-ray has a really crappy transfer, so I've elected not to get the Blu-ray because, you know, I don't want to support that kind of transfer. And the sad thing is they really haven't gone and made any new transfer for it, so I figured I've been on the lookout to see if I can get this for a decent price, just the DVD copy. And hey, here it is, just throw it in the bag, you know what I mean? Of course I checked to make sure that the disc was in good condition, and it was. So, yeah, Crash. There you go.
finally got Crash.
Speaking of finally gots, I finally got Elizabethtown. I had the full screen version, which I mistakenly picked up one time from Big Lots, thinking it was the widescreen version, and I haven't been able to get the widescreen version until just this moment. So yeah, Elizabethtown. I love this movie. I don't actually think it's on Blu-ray, but if it is, then cool. I'll pick it up on Blu-ray at some point. Oh well, paid $1 for the DVD. It's cool for me. It's cool for school. I don't know what that means. Anyways, this one I picked up primarily because I haven't seen it yet, and I've heard good things. It's from the makers of Napoleon Dynamite. I'm pulling off some of the, the sticker part that nobody ever pulls off because they're freaking animals. But yeah, Gentlemen Broncos. I think I might have overpaid for this a bit because I think I've seen this at the dollar store quite a bit. But whatever. Gentlemen Broncos here for a little over $1. Not a bad deal. I know this one's on Blu-ray, but I figured it's a little more than... I wasn't even thinking about the price at the time. I was just thinking fill as much as I can. Fill this bag with as much stuff as I can, and then worry about how much I paid later kind of thing. But yeah, like, honestly, it's not that bad of a price to be able to check this movie out and see what it's like. See what it's about. I've heard and seen good things, so I'm hoping that turns out to be pretty awesome. Speaking of somewhat awesome things, I don't know if that's somewhat awesome or very awesome, but I know this movie is okay. I've seen it before. I picked it up from Blockbuster. I rented it there years ago, just on a whim, because I saw it and it looked different and I really wanted to see something different. So yeah, I got Chumscrubber here. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this movie, but Chumscrubber, it's about this kid who kind of gets addicted to pain pills. I think, if I remember correctly, that's at least part of the concept for it. And yeah, it's been so long since I've seen it that I figured just throw it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. Like, who cares? Just throw it in the bag. Next up, I got The Best of Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog. The Best of Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog. Thank you. This one actually came brand new, shrink wrapped and everything, and I took all that off. If you want proof, just, yeah, it's brand new. So, yeah, and the original price that they had on it was $3. So, all I do know is that I figured just to throw it in the bag. Why the hell not? Triumph the Insult Comic Dog was hilarious.
Next up,
I picked up Christmas with the Simpsons. I have all these Christmas episodes with the Simpsons that I care to have on the season sets, but I do not care to go through all the season sets and pick them out individually when I can just pick this up off the shelf, shove it in the disk drive, and click play, and I don't have to worry about finding the right disc. You know what I mean? This just makes it easier. So throw it in the bag. Next up, I got Family Guy Volume 4 here. In the last time I went to Half Price Books Outlet, I was able to pick up Volumes 3 and Volume 2 for $2 each. So to get this for even less, it's the next volume in the set. Yeah, and the discs were all in pretty good condition, so I wasn't going to complain, especially since, I mean, the guys are commenting, oh, it's the smaller form factor, it's not the box version. It's like, I don't really care that it's not the box version because I was able to fit it in my bag, and that was the important thing at the time, you know what I mean?
next here we have, let me get the DVDs out of here.
Next we have the Chappelle Show Season 1. I want to get Season 2 as well, but just threw it in the bag because I checked the discs and they were in good condition. So yeah, Chappelle Show Season 1 uncensored, in the bag you go. And then I've been meaning to start picking up these Best of Saturday Night Live compilation discs, but I can never find them for a halfway decent deal. I always find them for like $3 or $4 or $5 or something like that, and I'm like, it's a DVD, dude. In this age, in this day and age, DVDs, especially those DVDs, should not be going for more than $1. I guess I paid more than $1 for them, but not much more than $1. So whatever. I got Volume 2 here of the Best of Will Ferrell and the Best of Mike Myers. So yeah, and yes, I checked the discs. They're in good condition. And then in terms of disc-based media, the last thing that I picked up was Styx, the Classics collection, the 25th anniversary A&M Records Classics Volume 15. Mostly I picked this up because I've been looking to pick up like some of my favorite Styx songs on CD or on vinyl or whatever. And I saw this and I was like, I love this band, and for whatever reason, when it comes to things like Amazon Prime Music, which I use from time to time because it's just convenient, I can never seem to find Styx on there. I can never seem to find Styx in high quality anywhere, and it just drives me nuts. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it has Blue Collar Man, it has Come Sail Away, Fooling Yourself, Mr. Roboto, Renegade, The Grand Illusion, Too Much Time on My Hands, and Miss America. Miss America's my favorite. Sadly, it's the live version, but whatever. I'm really, really happy that I found this because, you know, I was like, oh my god, it was exactly what I was looking for in the CD section. And, yeah. It was just the one CD that I picked up. So then I went into the books and stuff, and some of the first things that caught my eye were graphic novels and the like. So I picked up here Penny Arcade Volume 2 of Epic Legends of the Magic Sword Kings. I'm not entirely familiar with this, but I used to read Penny Arcade all the freaking time when I was younger, so I figured why the hell not. And then I picked up, the other graphic novel that I picked up was called Pet Noir. I'm not totally familiar with it, but yeah, looks kind of goofy, kind of interesting for a graphic novel, so I figured why the hell not. Throw it in the bag. And then I came across some comics, collections of comics. I got Volume 2 of Mutts. I love Mutts. Mutts is hilarious. And then Volume 6 of Mutts was also there. So I was able to find 2 volumes of Mutts, which this is about to collapse on me. And then probably one of the cooler things I found actually was a novelization of the animated special Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back. Yeah, this is actually a proper novelization. They have like the everything written out here, and they have little scenes from the special and everything. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. It's at least a piece of history worth checking out and worth having in your collection. And my mom loves anything having to do with peanuts, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to get that and then at some point just give it to her. I've been looking for a book on script writing simply because I want to know, like, the basics of how to do it. And this one came with a Chicago, what do you call it? Postcard, and it was used as a placeholder. I guess this guy only got like 20-30 pages in. But yeah, I found this book on successful script writing and figured throw it in there. I'm sure it's not the best one out there, but whatever, throw it in the bag. And that's about the time that I said, all right, I'm done. I'm ready to go. My feet are killing me. I need to get out of here, right? So I decided to go to my mom and say, here, just put all your stuff in my bag and we'll get out of here. And before I did that, I realized that even with her stuff in my bag, there was still room in my bag. So I was like looking for stuff randomly on the shelf that I might be interested in just shoving into the bag. And sure enough, I found something hilarious. Something brilliant and hilarious. Why cats paint? It's got all these like glossy photos of cats and of kitty paintings. Paintings actually done by cats, and then photos of cats actually painting. Bet you didn't know that cats could paint. Well, they can, apparently. Here's a cat painting on a window. Oh, another cat right there, yeah, painting on a window. And there's a cat just, painting nature. So, yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff there, and this was just one of the cool things that I found there at last second. I just threw it in there for the hell of it. And, yeah, also got to take home the nice canvas bag. The huge canvas bag. So, yeah, I mean, I think I made out like a bandit. I got a lot of stuff here. Some of this stuff I would consider collector's items. Some of this stuff is like Gentleman Broncos. It's like haven't seen it before and I want to check it out. Some of it's I haven't seen this in a long time and I want to check it out. Some of it's just ease of access, like the Christmas with the Simpsons. And then, others just, I kind of like this kind of stuff, so why the hell not? So, yeah, a hodgepodge of stuff, but I love sales like these because you can get a good deal on some of this stuff. I mean, like I said, I only paid like $1 and some change for each one of these things, technically. So, yeah, that'll do it for me. That's about it, and I'm running out of space on my memory card, so I got to cut this short. Thanks for watching, you guys. Catch you later. Peace.